Take a deep breath in and exhale. Close your eyes. Keep breathing deeply. See yourself entering into a place that goes beyond the physical space that you are at. It's a place that you can call special, magical, sacred, blessed. Use the word that resonates with you the most. This is your space. It is in your meditation. It is about your life. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Realize that by just thinking on this space, it has been already created by you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, see yourself, feel yourself in the present, surrounded by the entity that you value the most. And with your belief system in front of you, ready to review it. Every belief that you have about the entity or about other stuff fits in because this is your space. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Declare it was a wise decision to step out of the trap of doing more stuff and giving yourself this time for your mind to become sharper and more precise, your spirit to become stronger, your heart to become more loving. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let go any questions that may be showing up. Questions like, how does this work? I got you covered. I know what is the feeling. Or questions like, will this work for me? Because what you don't know about me is fill the blank with the story. Place the story in front of you. Place every question that show up in front of you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, realize that when you took that deep breath in, you trusted, implicitly you trusted, there was going to be oxygen in that air, oxygen, essential for your life and at the reach of your nose. It doesn't matter what have you done or not done. You are worthy of having oxygen in the air, and also you are worthy of love. Take a deep breath in and exhale. This is a new moment in your life. It doesn't matter if guided by belief that you perceive were true and now you are doubting them. You are having some perceptions about shifts on your identity. Declare yourself free from the past. This is a new day, and your future has already started to transform since the moment you allow yourself to step up into this place. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Declare that you are willing and able to interview your message for today with curiosity and to treat it as an ally. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, declare that you are willing and able to get the most of this time and from your life. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go any attachment that you have toward the message or the form of the message. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, are you remembering that the universe is infinite? Are you remembering that the universe is infinite? Infinite rules. Therefore, in a universe that is infinite, do you realize that there is an endless amount of possibilities for the message today? It could show up on our time together in small pieces or chunks. Afterwards, when you are by yourself or with others. When you experience something new that gives you new ideas, or when you experience something that you have experienced before, but suddenly you give it a new meaning. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And declare that you create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, observe what you are experiencing and if it is attached to the past, to your present circumstances, or to your future. If it's inspiring you or putting you into despair. If it's putting you into despair and attached to your future, do you realize that in some way or form what you are doing is having a rerun of what you perceive as your worst circumstances of the past? The nightmares of the past or from the present circumstances. Observe how are you feeling to just have thought about it and place a name on that emotion or emotions. Label them. Why? Because it's the first step to heal them. Do you realize that something could have been buried in the deepest part of you and still guiding some of your decisions, perceptions, and actions? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Observe the past. Which event is the strongest right now? One that you perceive you were able to create the magic, but then, fill the blank, what happened or didn't happen? One that you were thinking all the time the same, giving yourself headaches because you only saw one option, and now you are condemning yourself because you were unable to think differently at that moment. Do you realize that you are judging that all new with the knowledge, with the standards that you have today? So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, send your old self some love. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Go into the past. Are you looking at others that you perceive they were supposed to create magic for you, or they were supposed to teach you how to think, or that you perceive they were too negative and now you have that? Whatever it is, embrace it. Place it in front of you is part of the message. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Observe those moments. Which labels did you place on yourself, or did you listen others to tell you and you grasp them as the final saying? Or did they say about you, fill the blank, and you believe they meant to say, fill the blank, and you grasp those labels that you thought that's what they were trying to say? Could it be possible those labels are accurate? Yes, indeed. Could it possible that you be wrong, that you're wrong, and that what they actually say was what they really meant? Have you ever in your life have a situation with someone that you believe were telling you fill the blank, and then later you discover fill the blank? Is it has happened even once? Could it happen again? It did. If it hasn't happened never in your life, could it happen for the first time? It did. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Observe the future. What future would you love to live? Remember that you are more than one area of your life: vocational, physical, financial, familial, mental, spiritual, social. How do you see yourself inspiring to learn to think in new ways? Are you thinking all this time about others or about yourself? Is it about others and you are, well, I am actually doing it? Is it possible that instead of inspiring them, you are on the way to force them? Do you realize there are some differences between inspiring and forcing a way of thought? But mine is the correct one. I am the one who have achieved. Blah, blah. They want to go north, and I told them they should go south. Look into your past. Have you ever had a moment that others told you to go in a different direction and you choose not to? What happened? What didn't happen? And how is that related to what is happening now? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go anything that could be overwhelming, anything that could be taking your peace. Realize that you are here to expand your sphere of consciousness, expand your sphere of awareness, raise your level of alertness. And by being here, you are achieving that. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. What if today you choose to ask yourself, am I my biggest competitor? Are you? Are you your biggest competitor? Or are you thinking, my competition is fill the blank? And when you perceive someone is your competitor, which energy are you sending that way? What are you thinking about them? Are you being grateful that in some way or the other is taking you, is leading you to think in a new way? For example, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, review your self-image and take away all those labels that you grasp with you, that others told you and you believe them. Remove all of them, place them in front of you. But there are a lot of information coming. How can I remember all this? Relax. Relax. Whatever is important for you to remember, you remember later. But what if I don't remember at all? Then it wasn't that important. It's okay. And after all, you can repeat the meditation later. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. That sounds good, but how will I learn to think in new ways? If I fill the blank with any limitation that you perceive you have. That's part of your message for today. Do you realize that by being here, you are sharpening your skills, your thought skills, and that is leading to think in new ways, even if it looks like nothing big is happening. Trust me. Trust like you trust there is oxygen in the air. Trust that this is already working. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Do you realize that when you travel, even if it's through the media, it's a way to transform your thought process? Do you realize that when you interact with people that look different than you are taking yourself into thinking in new ways? Is it possible that for something that happened or didn't happen in the past, you are closing yourself? To the ideas or projects of those that look different than you? That from those that look like weirdos, oh, really? Do you realize that everybody is a weirdo in the eyes of someone else? Because your highest values could be the lowest values of someone else. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. It could be happening right now that you are disliking part of the message. Embrace the message for today as the most important tool, as the most powerful instrument for you to learn, grow, and evolve at this moment. And declare, I adjust my perspective about the message, and from a place of love, I align to learn, grow, and evolve with it. I adjust my perspective about the message, and from a place of love, I align to learn, grow, and evolve with it. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Take a deep breath in and exhale. See your self-image and see all those moments that there were some labels in you that maybe, just maybe, still hurt. Remove them. Place them in front of you. I can guarantee that those labels have served you. But right now, just place them in front of you. And just trust this part of the process. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Do you realize that in order for you to step up into new levels of service, profits, health, freedom, and greatness, in whichever way you value the most, the first step is allowing yourself permission, giving yourself permission to think in new ways. So when you interact with someone that looks different than you, that do things different than you allow the possibility that may work for you. Maybe would be convenient to take some other route, some other direction. Is it possible that in some moments you try to think differently and the result looks awful? It's okay. Innovation happens from giving yourself permission to fail. The question is, are you giving yourself permission to fail? Because permission to fail is a prerequisite to give yourself permission to think in new ways. That may work or not. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Observe your life in the different areas: vocational, physical, financial, familial, mental, spiritual, social. Observe in which areas do you feel there is a space to think in new ways, and in which areas do you feel would be wrong to think in new ways. And remember, this space is about your life, so whatever it is that is showing up, it is perfect. You are the one who chooses what to do or don't. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. But what if I am not inspired to learn to think in new ways? Do you realize that it could be that you are tired? Or that you feel uninspired because of fill the blank? What is happening? What do you perceive is happening or don't happen. And it's okay. Relax. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, keep removing labels of your self-image. Right now, I want to declare over your life that you are a masterpiece. You don't know me. I don't have to. There is only one you in this universe. Even if you have a twin, there is only one you. One combination of your skills, talents, abilities, knowledge, including fears and desires. That uniqueness makes you a masterpiece. Declare, I adjust my perspective about who I am. And from a place of love, I align to inspire, to learn, to think in new ways. I adjust my perspective about who I am. And from a place of love, I align to inspire, to learn, to think in new ways. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, declare, I adjust my perspective about who I am. And from a place of love, I align to go for the extraordinary. I adjust my perspective about who I am. And from a place of love, I align to go for the extraordinary. How does that look like for you? What will you give yourself permission to try, to do in a different way, even with the risk to fail? Because after all, what is failure? Failure is just a discovery of some option that could be improved, that could be adjusted, that didn't work, but it's okay. Which lessons did you get from the process? That's the important part. Even what you perceive as the worst of your failures transform the way you think. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. I create magic, inspiring to learn to think in new ways. Blessings.